Before you build a product, you want to make sure that it will be successful. To make sure that your assumptions about your product are correct, for example, that you're solving a real problem for real people, you can create hypotheses based on what you know so far, and then test them to see if they're still accurate and hold true in the real world. There's a couple different types of hypotheses that you'll want to test, focused on the following aspects. Have you identified a customer need? You'll need to take into account what are the specific goals of your customers that they're trying to reach, and where is there an opportunity for you to be able to help them reach those goals and meet their needs. Does your solution meet that need? This will depend based on exactly what your product does or doesn't do. Is your solution differentiated? How does your solution compare to other solutions out there? And does your product create enough value for users? When thinking through hypotheses related to customer needs, the question you're really trying to answer is this a real problem? And is there urgency in finding a solution for this problem? Think of a painkiller versus a vitamin. Painkillers provide immediate relief. Vitamins, for the most part, are just nice to have. Does this problem require a painkiller, or are you just building a vitamin? If there's no need or urgency, it's likely that the product will fail. When creating hypotheses related to your solution, the question you're trying to answer is, does your solution really solve the problem? It's also helpful here to think through what are the alternatives that the user has if they don't go with your solution. And how does your solution compare to everything else out there? Is it about the same or is it way better? And for differentiation, the question you're trying to answer is our product the same or different? And how is it different? What does it do that other products don't? And lastly, for value, the question you need to answer is, does your solution create enough value for users that they're willing to pay for it? And if so, how much? It can also be interesting to think through what would increase a user's willingness to pay, especially if the answer to the last question was no. It's also helpful to think through how much do people currently pay for alternative solutions. So we just talked a little bit about the different types of hypotheses that you can create and how they can be important and helpful. In the next video, we'll talk about how you can test them.